Like, I don't want to like spill too hard, but she wants to come out poppin'. I'm gonna come out poppin'. And yes, I'm fully aware she was live with Jordy last night. I found out 5 hours later because Alexis texted me and said,
Wait, Alexis? The former bestie that had all of this to say about Amberlynn?
Is she a chronic liar? Is 1 plus 1 2? Is the grass green? Do dogs bark?
Is Alexis weird and pathetic for being friends with Amberlynn a year after saying this?
"You have manipulated me since the minute I met you when I was 17. So for you to lie to people and say that we met when I was 14, which my mom,
The woman who spent most of her childhood high or in jail.
my grandma,
The matriarch that clearly paved the way for this show of a family.
I will not stand for a PDF apologist.
That's not true though. Amberlynn has been surrounded by PDF apologists for months. The local life community she has been proudly engaging with has a few.
So we met on MySpace. I saw her picture. I started talking to her. Told her she was pretty. She agreed to go out on a date with me.
And then casually went on to describe how they became intimate.
She's easy. Second date.
No!
Second date.
Alright, yeah.
Second date, we her. She gave me a up.
Man, I did.
And she swallowed.
And time again, Michael has failed to address these arguments convincingly.
How did you spend 2 years of your life not realizing she's going to school, that she can't drive, that she has
I
her
knew she
parents
was
to take
hold on, wait. I've already said, I knew she was going to school when we started dating.
He found out she was 17 and stayed. He is definitely a predator.
Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time.
On August 28th, 2025, at 10:16 p.m. Eastern, Amberlynn went live on YouTube. The 11-minute live stream eventually led to the start of a month-long social media break due to the backlash and a potential incoming legal battle. A few weeks ago, Amberlynn claimed the reason she hadn't followed through with any legal action against some reactors was due to her laziness. She has the money, she has the time, and she has the lawyer.
Well, that's another lie. Surprise? So, I mean, I guess it's really anybody's guess. But, I mean, just personally, I think that Amberlynn would prioritize her own relationship and trying to hang on to Emily. And if that meant doing something risky with Rarity, I think she would.
because you're a sick freak and you probably would. Look at your eyes, especially when you're in your car in the van and doing your stupid little vlogs that I have to watch through Yo-Yo Mama because I don't miss a single thing that he watches. And I have to see you in the sitting in some weird parking lot eating your food all the time because that's the only thing you know to vlog because you don't do anything with your life but play World of Warcraft and pay attention to every fat girl on the internet, especially Amberlynn Reid, because you're obsessed with her. So yeah, that's what you would do because I can see it in your eyes, but I would never do it.
Like, just shut the up.
Imagine that way
These lives are making things worse. I'm fine.
of thinking like, hey, I'm gonna let my cat that I love so much outdoor in this weather.
Auntie Tammy, Aunt Tammy, whatever you want me to call you, think with your head for 3 seconds. You know I would never, ever in a million years do that to Rarity. That's why you're sitting here saying, I don't think that she would do that. Because I didn't. The timing is hectic. And for Jordy to like literally manipulate so many people into believing I did it, that's called defamation. That's called defamation and slander. Look up the definitions. And Jordy's lucky that I'm a lazy bitch, or his ass would have been sued forever ago. Because he, and among other people, aka the ankle, has made so many people believe the most absurd shit I've ever heard in my life. You're lucky I'm lazy. You're lucky. That's all I gotta say. You're lucky I'm lazy because, honey, I got the money. I got the time. I got the lawyer. But I'm lazy. And most of all, I got the facts and I got the truth. What my aunt is saying, go to court for, like, it genuinely, my aunt has decided to dance with the devil.
Her Aunt Tammy has claimed she has the facts and the truth on her side as well. Too bad Amberlynn didn't heed the advice of that viewer.
These lives are making things worse. I'm fine.
I'm thinking like, hey, I'm gonna let my cat that
These live streams did in fact make things worse. Let's take a look at what might lead to a legal battle amongst family.
Doopity-doo, doopity-day. We have another day with no makeup. I like to let my face breathe.
I'd like to see Amberlynn let her brain work.
What's bad, girly pop? Oh my god, I found out some stuff about my aunt today that has, or it was yesterday, that genuinely just has me like,
It seems to have her in great spirits. Anyone watching this for the first time, I'm sure you're wondering what Amberlynn will go on to label T.
jaw on the floor type deal. Jaw on the floor type deal. I can't. I genuinely can't.
She can and she will, in a very irresponsible and concerning way.
You listen to what? Spill the tea. She has no issue spilling it. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely spill the tea.
So Amberlynn is choosing to label whatever she's leading up to as T. Got it.
But I'm gonna try to do it very like low key. I'm gonna dumb it down because like some of it's very personal to other people. But I did get permission to say whatever I wanted. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to be like morally me.
That was never going to age well.
Like I don't want to like spill too hard. But she wants to come out poppin'. I'm gonna come out poppin'. And yes, I'm fully aware she was live with Jordy last night. I found out 5 hours later because Alexis texted me and said,
Wait, Alexis? The former bestie that had all of this to say about Amberlynn?
Have you ever caught ALR out in a lie? I have caught her in many. So now it's hard for me to decipher what was actually true and what never was. Not asking for personal info on Jade, but was she just as messed up as Amber mentally? She seemed to be more mature, but it's sounding like she was struggling too. All I have to say to that is I think anybody on this planet would struggle if they were Amberlynn's long-term live-in partner.
Interesting.
Has she tried to manipulate you into silence since the live stream? No, she's scared of me because I have too much tea on her. Is she a chronic liar? Is 1 + 1 2? Is the grass green? Do dogs bark?
Is Alexis weird and pathetic for being friends with Amberlynn a year after saying this?
Is ALR the same as she appears online? More or less insufferable, depending on the day. Have you privately called her out on lies before, and did you ever doubt your friendship with her before now? Yes and yes. What's the worst thing Al has done to you? Well, between the emotional whiplash and the constant gaslighting and the not caring about my wants or my needs or my thoughts or my opinions, I don't know. Do I have to choose? Does she regularly send out to people on the internet that she's never met? Is she smart enough to at least cut her face out? Yes and no. And now it's really too late to ever be able to turn around and go back. I mean, it's gone too far. But honestly, I don't really need any more friends in my life who don't value me.
I found out 5 hours later because Alexis texted me and said,
a part of my journey and becoming a better version of myself and being true to me, I don't really need any more people in my life who don't have my best interests at heart. And especially someone that doesn't share the same values and morals that I have. And once again, she is playing the part of victim Lynn and basically telling me how awful I am and how embarrassed she is and how I'm so awful and triggering her BPD. I know, Amber, I'm so terrible. I have been an absolutely awful friend to you while I have been sitting here publicly defending you for the last year and trying to help you cover your tracks because you lie all the time and you can't keep any of your stories straight. I sat here willing to tarnish my reputation for you.
Amberlynn and Alexis are both clowns. The friendship makes sense the more you pay attention to their behavior.
And honestly, Jade never gave me any red flags. She always just came off as like cool, level headed, patient, hardworking, kind, intelligent. And I don't even know why she wanted to date Amberlynn in the first place. And Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade like pushed her and she fell to the ground. And I think it was a bigger deal than it actually was because Amberlynn obviously couldn't get back up by herself. And she said Jade didn't come to help her right away, but I don't know if I would have either if I was in Jade's position. I mean, I'm sure Jade could have fought her back. So if the worst she's ever done is pushed her and Amberlynn fell over, I wouldn't say that this is like a valid DV allegation. Also, during one of these three-way conversations, Jade had made a comment like, "Oh, Alexis, like, you're really cute. You remind me of one of my exes." And then I guess after the conversation ended, Jade asked Amberlynn for my number, but obviously Amberlynn was not going for that.
When you were talking about having a stalker a while ago in a vid, was that Jordy? No. But this reminds me of something that Alexa said to y'all. She said, there was a Pennsylvania license plate in front of Amberlynn's apartment, and she thought it was Jordy. Sorry, we had a crumb. We had a crumb, folks. And she was like so scared it was Jordy. No. Never happened. Never happened a day in my life. Secondly, Alexis. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you do it. Actually, no, I'm not, because you're going to lie. You know what? Let me just do it for you. Alexis literally paid to find out all of Jordy's information. I'm telling you, between Jordy's parents' names, Jordy's siblings' names, Jordy's phone number, to Jordy's address, to all of that. Why? I'll never know. I'll never be able to tell you. Did she also text that number? Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah. And I'm just sitting back like, what is actually happening? I really don't know. But I mean, if we want to talk about someone obsessed with Jordy, y'all need to look in Alexis's view, because just saying. All right.
Well, that didn't age well. Back to what seems like a rekindled friendship.
Something about, actually, I'll just read it. Tammie going on third Jordy live stream was crazy work. She is bored. And I was like, huh? Because I only remember her doing two. And then she ended up telling me, and I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know if I'm going to react to that per se, but because it's like, I don't even want to listen to it. I genuinely don't, but I don't know. I asked my friend if she knew about you, and she said, what, that messy big girl? Okay, pop off. Okay, listen. I don't even know where to begin with you guys. I'm laughing because some of it's funny.
None of this live stream led to anything funny. Amberlynn is giddy and gloating about using a serious topic as tea, as a get back. Too bad Zoloft doesn't help regulate stupidity.
I'm only gonna say a couple things. Some of it's funny, and the other stuff is like so serious. So fucking serious. Stuff I never even knew about.
Keep that in mind. Alleged information she never knew, yet she's gonna go on to expect the creator, Oh Lord H. Jordy, to know.
Your face looks like high blood pressure. My face is not high blood pressure. I'm on my second day of my high blood pressure medicine. I fucking did it, you guys. Okay, I fucking did it.
Okay.
I said, you know what, irrational fear, I'm gonna look you in the face, I'm gonna smack your face, I'm gonna say, get the fuck out of my face, and we're about to take that medicine because I need it, apparently. So, yay. You know, you guys, I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. It's really not funny. It's not at all. You guys should ask, you guys should ask Tammie, do your do your beanie babies have a menstrual cycle. I know you guys are probably gonna be like, what are you talking about? Just say, do your beanie babies have a menstrual cycle?
Sometime in 2004, I was waitressing. My stress level was so high for multiple reasons, and the choice to take a break was not an option. During our downtime, my coworkers and I would play a claw game trying to win certain beanie babies. I had my eye out on a cute little giraffe, looking exactly like the one pictured, and I named him Jeffrey. After winning him, I returned to work, placed him on my purse below the counter, and continued to pick up the order to serve to my customers. For no obvious reason at that time, my mind started to race and my body tingled, starting yet another anxiety panic attack. The room was slowly spinning, and all of the customers seemed to be talking all at once. I was very overwhelmed. I knew I couldn't just walk off the floor and escape for a few minutes. So with no prior thought or planning, and quite surprising to all my coworkers, I swung open the cabinet, grabbed Jeffrey by his little arm, and spouted out what was meant to be funny statements. Something like, "Oh, you don't want to behave?" Something like that. I honestly can't remember. I continued with a quick narrative of taking him to the bathroom for a good spanking. I walked off the floor and went to the girls' bathroom with Jeffrey in tow. When I got in the bathroom, I had a major breakdown, the kind of cry that you muffle. Afterwards, I went to clean up my face, and I seen my reflection in the mirror. I knew there was no hiding my emotions, my mental state any longer, at least for the day, at this time. So I reached in my apron and removed a Band-Aid and put it on Jeffrey's arm and went out and tried to make light of the situation and jokingly told my coworkers that Jeffrey shouldn't be causing us any trouble for the rest of the day. Over the next few days, I continued to make light of it. One day when the kids came home from school, I had placed some beanie babies in the corner like they were in timeout. When my kids looked at me with smiling, puzzled faces, I would say something like, what, they wanted to talk crap so they can stay in timeout. I role-played several different scenarios for a little fun. At no time did I ever think the beanie babies were real. It was a storyline that grew in time. This is just part of the story. I find it sad that Amber was so excited to bring up the Beanie Babies, not knowing any background story, and considering the source that I know she got the information from, it doesn't surprise me. I know who shared the story with her. It's the same person who recently went to that very same restaurant with me 21 years later. She found the need to shame me and tell the waitress and the new owner what had happened. Again, I made light of it and laughed it off, but it did hurt.
Just say that. Tammy watching, probably obsessed. Listen. Um, I just want to say that my aunt is absolutely unhinged to the point of like literally every single month she receives money that she herself, I'm not calling it this because I never would call it this, okay? But she herself calls it crazy money. Yes. And I want to make it very well known that how I found this stuff out is from her daughter, the daughter that literally will not speak to her. And it genuinely breaks my heart.
No, it doesn't.
And if you want to talk about your children, one of them hates you. Literally, can you disown a parent? Literally hates you. Like capital HATE. Hate. Despises. Wouldn't cry if you died. That is literally what she told me.
Breaks her heart, huh?
And you know what? I It's hard for me to even speak about these things because of like what I found out because like the most serious thing for me is Jordy is actively having a PDF apologist on his live stream and he's supporting that.
Wait, Jordy is supporting something Amberlynn herself just found out about? Is she under the impression Jordy has been speaking to her cousin? Of course not. Amberlynn is intentionally being misleading in a way to paint Jordy as a PDF apologist.
So fucking serious. Stuff I never even knew about. And I want to make it very well known that how I found this stuff out is from her daughter. So I want to make that very well known that he is speaking to someone who stayed married to a PDF. Someone who children. And you know what my aunt did? She forced these little kids to say that they were lying. So, Auntie, take that and fuck yourself.
How about if this is true? Fuck all of them. Amberlynn went live with excitement to share tea she just found out. The tea in question is CSA.
What's bad, girly pop? Oh my god, I found out some stuff about my aunt today that has, or it was yesterday, that genuinely just has me like, spill the tea. She has no issue spilling it. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely spill the tea. I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. It's really not funny. It's not at all.
Why would sharing this bring anyone joy, especially someone who has been through that themselves? As I mentioned the other day on social media, Amberlynn hasn't really been redeemable for some time. This 11-minute live stream solidified that, and no amount of social media break is going to change the fact that she sat on her platform and tried to use CSA as a gotcha. It's disgusting how much of a trend that has become in this corner of the internet.
That's what I gotta say. And that's what I found out. The funny stuff that I was laughing about maybe 5 minutes prior, you know what? I'm not even gonna speak about that because the Beanie Baby shit, all of that shit is just so unhinged that I'm not even gonna speak about it. I think maybe we should just speak about the serious shit. And Jordy, if you want to support that, have fun because karma will find you. And this is stuff that I never knew.
She never knew, but somehow Jordy did. From my knowledge, the only PDF apologist Jordy has ever displayed on his platform is Amberlynn Reid herself. Did you seriously just excuse pedophilia and compare it to how people might feel about you being a lesbian? It is completely different. There is nothing wrong with being gay. Being a pedophile, however, there is no excuse. It's not normal or right, and we should not just accept it. Amberlynn Reid's response: it's not something I want to accept per se, but I know how it feels to be judged. You can't help how you feel, right? I'd just rather not deal with any of it.
Ew.
Pedophilia is not a matter of you can't help how you feel. Amberlynn Reid's response: actually, it is. It's a sickness, just like cancer or depression or obesity. It's a sickness. You cannot control sickness. You can get help, but that only goes so far.
The fuck? What? What?
Pedophilia is not like cancer or depression or obesity. It is not like that. You're talking some shit because they are not comparable. Look into it. As a fucking victim, I know, and it's not like that. It's evil and wrong and should not be treated with sympathy. Amberlynn Reid's response: first of all, don't play victim with someone who has been there, done that. Thank you. Secondly, your opinion is your opinion and mine is mine. Get over it.
This is stuff that I never knew. And I'm telling you, I'm so glad that I know now.
Yes, so she can rush on her platform only for it to backfire. The intention of this live stream was louder than the alleged information she was sharing. Imagine that.
Tammie, you say that you want nothing to do with me because I treat my mom so bad, even though I don't. The way that you treat your own mother is unhinged.
The grandmother that's probably saying whatever it takes to save her own ass? I guess sitting in silence while rocking back and forth makes a bit of sense if you're just finding out how messy your grandmother really is in front of thousands of strangers online.
You don't treat my sister well, and I just want you to know that I'm very aware of it, and so is she.
It's unfair to me that you're believing like gossip. It's sad because it makes me not even want to have a relationship with my grandma because when I go
She
over
doesn't want to have a relationship with you, so don't worry about that at all.
back to grandma, I'm actually taken aback right now because when I'm around her, we laugh like, oh my god, I can't even, like, it hurts our ribs. We laugh so much. That was
Are
like,
you going to tell me that you guys have never gotten an argument while you've been
yeah,
on my about the way that you talk to my sister?
On my birthday, we got into an argument. We did, but
you also got into it about having my sister give you your shots too, right?
So I started crying, and my mom was like explaining how she's totally fine with it and stuff, and it started to make me feel guilty. Where I was like, "Is my mom?"
You should.
is my mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no. This is the family we come from. My mom and I went to her lawyers, had her trust changed. Totally different scenario. And she wanted to die having my sister think that she's getting that house. And when that trust is read, boy, would your mom's head would have fucking turned.
The way that you gaslight me and you make me feel this small that I'm sitting there rocking back and forth like a fucking loser. Like, I literally am so embarrassed to go back to that live stream.
Of course she is. It didn't go as planned. Not even close.
Maybe me and Amber need to get on a live and compare receipts and stories and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammie. Get the fuck on my live. We can do this. Square up. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. So I think I'm going to take a break and come back maybe October. So it is going to be over a month. And I think that's what's good for me.
Amberlynn Reid was not ready for a damn thing.
But you trigger me so hard that I shut down. My mom watched that and she said, Amberlynn, you're not even acting like yourself.
Being confronted with the truth while not having an angle to lie, manipulate, or gaslight her way out of what Tammie was saying is why Amberlynn shut down.
Because you are an abuser yourself. You have manipulated me since the minute I met you when I was 17. So for you to lie to people and say that we met when I was 14, which my mom,
The woman who spent most of her childhood high or in jail.
my grandma,
The matriarch that clearly paved the way for this shit show of a family.
your daughter,
Who takes after her mother and wants to burn it all down? Bring her on next.
all said never happens.
Out of everything Tammie shared, that's the event that didn't happen? One of the most insignificant things? Got it.
I sat there in that live stream and you were gaslighting me so hard about some spaghetti story from when I was 14 that I almost started to believe it myself. So you and Jordy can go frolic in the daisies together. Jordy, I take that back. We're never going to frolic together because I will not stand for a PDF apologist.
That's not true though. Amberlynn has been surrounded by PDF apologists for months. The local live community she has been proudly engaging with has a few. They start at the top. I remember watching some of the backlash play out on the podcast. I remember all the excuses Keemstar was making, all in an effort to not fire Michael, also known as Kid Behind the Camera. Majority of the blame fell on one of the hosts, Becky, because she read out the super chat that called out his problematic behavior. Within the last week, the creator Internet Anarchist published a video covering a lot of Kid Behind the Camera's time on YouTube. One of the topics covered had to do with the history of Michael meeting his wife when she was underage.
However, Michael's on-camera antics are only the tip of the iceberg. His many controversies surrounding his relationship with Bridget paint a far more disturbing picture, especially when it comes to how the two first met. In a video posted on November 17th, 2011, titled How I Met Bridget, Michael told his audience that they first connected on MySpace in 2008.
So we met on MySpace, I saw her picture, I started talking to her, told her she was pretty. She agreed to go out on a date with me.
And then casually went on to describe how they became intimate.
She's easy, second date.
No!
Second date.
Alright, yeah.
Second date, we her. She gave me a up.
Man, I did.
And she swallowed.
While at a first glance, the story might seem like nothing more than an overshared and tasteless personal anecdote, the disgusting reality of this video came to light years later, when some viewers found out that Bridget was in fact around 15 in 2008, when she met the 21-year-old Michael. Unlike his clickbait backlash, however, the PDF file and grooming allegations were too massive for him to simply ignore. And according to him, Bridget lied about her age, telling him that she was 19 when they first met. He claims he didn't learn her real age until she turned 17. It's still hard to believe that a 21-year-old man could be oblivious to the fact that he was in a relationship with someone so young. The mental and emotional gap between a 15-year-old girl and an adult man is vast and unmistakable, and time again, Michael has failed to address these arguments convincingly.
How did you spend 2 years of your life not realizing she's going to school, that she can't drive, that she has her parents to take
her? Wait, I've already said I knew she was going to school when we started dating.
He found out she was 17 and stayed. He is definitely a predator. But the most recent turn in Michael's story would drag what's left of his reputation to an even darker place. On April 3rd, 2025, around 10 p.m. local time, the Somerville Police Department received a deeply disturbing 911 call.
Where are you at right now? Where are you safe right now? Are you separated?
He went inside, but I'm
I'll have the full video linked below in my description. The topic around Locale Live doesn't stop here, seeing that Amberlynn recently said something transphobic in their community Discord recently. More on that later on in the video.
And someone who forces little children to say that they lied about it. No wonder why when I share my story about what happened to me when I was 7, you sit there and call me a liar. You are sick, period.
Amberlynn Reid has a history of lying about serious topics. That is not speculation. That is not an opinion. That is a fact.
And that's how I feel about it. You thought you ate. Actually, no, I didn't, but I did just eat Chick-fil-A.
Amberlynn thought she ate that, especially with this moment here.
So, Auntie, take that and fuck yourself. Their chicken wrap slaps. Like, genuinely slaps. It's just like the things that I found out today, and for anyone to sit there and support someone who literally forced little children to lie and say that, and for her to stay married to this man, genuinely, like, that hurt me so bad to hear. And I was like,
did it hurt Amberlynn or excite her?
You're not making sense. How am I not making sense? What? You don't have proof of something like that, Cass. That's really gross to say.
I agree. What actual proof can be presented for this alleged CSA outside of a police report? Unfortunately, majority go unreported as it is. Personally, I don't need proof. I would like a response from Tammie that is longer than 41 seconds. Amberlynn Reid is a known liar. There's no debating that. Tammie is claiming to be seeking legal action due to Amberlynn's claims. Fair. Where I find an issue is the wall of text I'm used to seeing from Tammie on her community tab, yet I haven't seen one denying these claims. As of the recording of this video, Tammie has close to 6,000 subscribers on her channel. Her platform is growing. For an accusation as serious as this, make a statement without Jordy.
And then, like, the fact that no one's like, my aunt can like spew off the most random unhinged shit, and people are like just believing it. No one's saying proof or anything.
Outside of the spaghetti story, Amberlynn hasn't been denying any of what Tammie mentioned, even down to blackmailing Tammie while she was in an abusive marriage. Amberlynn tried to rewrite history more than once, then finally settled with simply trying to downplay her behavior.
What does her marriage have to do with Amber? She's probably talking about the fact that she cheated on her husband for a long time, and I thought it was wrong. And like I said, I was early 20s. This was like maybe I was 22. I might have been 22, and I just didn't agree with it. So
no matter how many times she outright just lied to me, she tried blackmailing me. I mean, the things she has done is incredible, but I still
I'm trying to think of what I blackmailed her on, because that's not true.
So we're in the process of that, and that very next day is when Amber tried to blackmail me, and she said things like,
Mary.
and it was to try to get my sister to come live with me again, because I would not let her back in my home. She said, I wonder what your husband would think. if she knew you were doing what you were doing with the karaoke guy. And that's how.
Oh no, 22-year-old Amberlynn didn't like seeing her mom homeless. So she blackmailed and said, "Oh, I wonder what your husband would do." Like, that's really sad. Um, wow. This community is so fucking unhinged.
The following that she created, Amberlynn could have put in effort to change years ago. But here we are. Everything she says will be questioned, and she only has herself to blame.
Every time I come on here and I'm triggered because, like, it happened to me when I was 7, and my own aunt didn't believe it, and my mom had to be like, "It really happened."
If I'm remembering correctly, Amberlynn's mother didn't believe her at first either. I'm not here to question if she was assaulted as a child. What I'm questioning is why someone who went through something so traumatic would find so much joy in introducing and sharing similar events on her platform.
Doopity doo, doopity day. Listen, I don't even know where to begin with you guys. I'm laughing because some of it's funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. It's really not funny. It's not at all.
Initially, it was funny. Once it was clear Amberlynn would not get the response she expected, she pivoted to tears and rage quit.
Like, every time I come on here, I'm more shocked and shocked by the minute. I'm genuinely more shocked and shocked by the minute. Well, for some drama, people would support someone like that. No.
20 minutes later, Amberlynn went live once more with the title, I Will Not Let This Rumor Spin Its Own Narrative. Was it a follow-up to the disgusting live stream she just abruptly ended? It was a follow-up to a transphobic joke Amberlynn attempted to address a couple of days prior.
Um, address the dickless man comment on Discord. Wait, I'm living the side of the internet would not understand. The side of the internet would not understand.
She's referring to the locale live community being more understanding of this transphobic joke. I got fingered by a dickless man. J.K. I wonder who Amberlynn could be referring to.
Why laugh about something someone was offended by? I don't know what's happening. She said she was fingered by a dickless man. This is how I know you guys don't understand.
It sounds like Amberlynn found her people in that community.
Oh my god. Why am I oh my god, I can't. That's actually not funny. The things that people come up with, I just don't know. I wasn't being transphobic. Okay, I guess now I can explain it because now it wants to be turned into a transphobic thing. Okay. So in the lolcow, if you guys know Keemstar has his show called Lolcow Live. He has now made a 24-hour circuit, which means there are 12 shows. Lolcow Nerds, Lolcow Tech Talk, Lolcow Rewind, Lolcow Dolls, who now turned into Lolcow Nuts. There's Lolcow Balls, there's Lolcow this, Lolcow that. One of them, there is Sweetie, who is on Lolcow Tech Talk. Sweetie is a girl who said when she was younger, she was in a relationship who she cheated on her boyfriend because she was fingered by a guy who got his penis cut off by a machine. It was an accident. He is not transgender, nothing like that. So no, that's not transphobic. It was a joke because I was supposed to be interviewed by Sweet Tea, and I was making a joke, and I said, "Me and Sweet Tea have a lot of things in common." I was also fingered by a dickless man. It was supposed to be a pun, a joke. It was supposed to be funny. It was nothing because that's never happened to me. So there was nothing transphobic about that. God, people are so dumb.
Amberlynn Reid has one of the largest digital footprints on the internet. Being problematic towards her trans and non-binary exes is part of that blueprint. That joke was only going to be taken one way.
And the story where she says that, she wasn't mad at me for being trans, she was. Because the way I came out to three people this way. I watched the movie Boys Don't Cry. when I was 12. I think I said this in my coming out story. I watched the movie Boys Don't Cry when I was 12, and I was like, I could be like that. That's possible? Okay. And I was like, all right, okay. And I felt connected to the main character because it just resonated in me at 12. And as I got older, I started dressing in more boy clothes. And I'm like, yes, I understand this. I can be like that. And when I showed her the movie. I did this with three people. I showed them the movie first. I said, let's watch this movie. I love this movie. We watched it, and she's like, oh my God, this is really good. And I said, I am the main character. I feel what the main character feels. I don't want to be a girl. I want to be a boy. And she goes, well, I'm not going to date a boy. I like dating a girl. And I was like, okay. And I said and she was like upset about it. And when I told her, I said, well, when I have kids, you know, I don't want to be called mom. I don't want to be called mama. I want to be called papa. I've always wanted that. She looks at me and she goes, you'll never be a father. Why papa? You're not a guy. You'll never be their father. And it broke my heart.
Has Amber ever said why she refuses to call you back? I have no idea. I don't know. I kind of wonder if it was for the same reason she didn't want to call Casey. I don't know.
But the reason why me and her have a lot in common is because she has a lot of emotions. Um, that was like the number one thing, like a lot of emotions. So yeah, I get it. That's funny. It is funny. Like if you're part of that community, then it's funny. Like people were laughing. If you're a part of that community, they were all laughing. People are reaching as per usual, Jay. As per usual. Like I'm not transphobic at all. People just like to reach. It was about an actual man who is a man. He just had his penis cut off in a tragic accident years ago, probably like a decade ago plus. It was just literally a joke.
After accusing Tammie's husband of being a PDF, while accusing Tammie and Jordy of being PDF apologists, Amberlynn decided to go live again. It was open chat to all, and oddly, she sat there for over a minute, watching the comments pour into the chat before she said much of anything.
So, I want to make something extremely clear to everyone out there. I have been fingered sexually by 4 people in my life. Fingerlyn did appear. Fingerlyn appeared quite a bit. And I'm telling you, it's the best. Like, I love Fingerlyn. Like, I vibe with her even. Like, Fingerlyn is real. You can ask Tommy. Sorry. Fingers are better than that is correct. Destiny, Becky.
I think Amberlynn made a genuine mistake here, but due to her history, I can understand people being critical of using Beck's dead name. She does go on to correctly use Beck's name in a moment.
Feline and Emily. I was never touched in that way by Casey. I want to make that very fucking clear. So people wanting to talk about the phobic this, phobic that ain't me. And that'll never be me.
Amberlynn Reid has a history of transphobic behavior and language. That has absolutely been her.
That is one title you will never put on my name.
It's been there for years though, but go off.
If I can't make a joke, neither can you.
I've made jokes at Amberlynn Reid's expense for years. Problematic? Bigoted? That's why I stand by them. Make better jokes that don't impact marginalized groups of people. Stupid.
Literally, like, people want to genuinely twist everything into something that it's not. And it's getting very fucking, like, it's just getting exhausting at this point. People are trying so hard to paint me as someone that I'm not. And I just needed to make it very clear, okay? Let me say it one more time for the people in the back who didn't hear me the first time. It has only been by 4 people. Destiny, Beck, Feline, and Emily, okay? That is it. That is it. I was 24 when it happened for the first time, and that was with Destiny, okay? That is why when people always ask me, who took your V card? I always say Destiny, because we kind of made a joke about it. For lesbians, it's kind of hard to say, like, when does that actually happen? I think intercourse. And the first time was when I was 24 with Destiny, okay? So let's just make that very clear, all right? So that is all I wanted to say.
Amberlynn has a better chance of losing 250 pounds than she does of losing her hate following. An 11-minute live stream solidified that. This is it. This is the outcome from her actions online for almost a decade. She can try to shift blame all she wants. It hasn't worked in the past, and it damn sure won't be working today. Creators have a choice in the content that they make and how they choose to present it. Years ago, Amberlynn used the wrong word. She has now made the mistake of using the wrong tea. Let's see how she carries out this month-long social media break. Hopefully it ages a lot better than this recent disaster of a live stream era.
I'm done with the vlogs for now. I'm done with the videos for now. I'm done filming for now. When do you normally go live? That also brings me to my next little thing here. So I'm going to be going live randomly. There's going to be no set schedule. It's going to be purely just, we're in my live stream era right now, okay? I don't have drama in my real life. I hate the dramatics. I don't have any of this in my real life currently. And it's like, I feel like I'm living, I'm literally Hannah Montana. Like, I ain't got the best of both worlds. I have one real good world and one real bad one. And YouTube is the bad one. And it's just, it's a lot and it's hard. And I know I don't deserve even 90% of this. I know I don't. I know I don't. And yeah, it's just a lot. It's genuinely just a lot. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say though. I think that's it. That I'm gonna be gone for a while. So can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen type deal. You know what I'm saying? So, like, get bent. You're a bitch. Point blank pure. So fuck you. Thank you.
It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts, all the stars are ghosts.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You can bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. Fuck you and all your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the moral to the story. You endorsing what the fuck, I don't even like you. Corrupt a man's heart with a gift. That's how you find out who you dealing with. A small percentage you I'm building with. I want the credit if I'm losing or I'm winning. On my mama, that's the real shit.
Let me know. All the stars are close. All the stars are close. All the stars are close. Maybe